opinions. I guess not really an opinion. I mentioned this on Twitter this morning as well as Blue Sky. I kind of have thought about it. I've thought about it for like a bit. And when I say a bit, I mean like a couple hours. Or I guess it's kind of always on the back of my mind. But there have been like certain games that I've kind of been preventing myself from playing for a long time because I was always afraid of it making people uncomfortable to like stream those games. But I've kind of decided that there are games that I really want to play. Even if they have like very, you know, uncomfortable subject matter, there are games that I truly do want to play and I still want to enjoy them and be able to play them and like stream them for an audience regardless. And I think I'm just gonna start doing that again because I feel like we're all adults. At least we should all be adults. We all should be adults. We should all be adults. And I feel like we're at an age where we should probably be understanding that even if certain themes are uncomfortable, it's okay to consume media that makes you uncomfortable because you're able to at least understand why it's making you uncomfortable. You're still able to understand why the uncomfortable thing is like bad. Just because something makes you uncomfortable doesn't mean that the game itself is inherently like a bad game kind of thing, right? Someone actually like replied on Blue Sky and said something that was very, very like true. The idea behind art is that it's meant to make you feel, and that doesn't omit, you know, any negative feelings as well. Feelings of discomfort when consuming certain media, feelings of sadness, anger, that's all part of feeling something when consuming art or consuming media. It's important to explore themes like that. It makes you reflect on things. As we all know, life isn't roses and strawberries and whatever the frick you want to call it. I think it's okay to occasionally consume media that might have like some uncomfortable subjects as well. I feel like I've kind of been like stopping myself from playing games that I otherwise would really, really enjoy. I'm able to handle a lot, especially in horror themes. Horror is about uncomfortable feelings and whatnot. It's not always just slashers and camp. That's the funny part of horror. Slashers and camp are great. They're fantastic. But horror is also about making you feel uncomfortable. And I want to have more themes like that. I want to play more games with those kinds of themes, you know? Wanting to experience something with serious themes is one thing, but if you're a content creator, you should take into consideration that your viewers might not be up for seeing it that day, and blindsiding them with that kind of content might not be a good idea in the long run. Here's the thing. I never blindside people with content. I schedule things all the time. I tell people what I'm gonna play. I played I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. You know how many people would hate I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream because it made you uncomfortable? I played it. I literally played that game on stream and I told people about it. I said, hey, I'm playing I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. This was like a couple of years back. A lot of themes that you might not be very happy with, but this is a very iconic story and I really want to play it. But I am definitely someone that will absolutely like explain to people, I'm playing this game. It's got these themes in it. If that's not your cup of tea, feel free to skip out on that one. That's a-okay. I will not be upset and that's super understandable. But I also don't want to deprive myself of playing certain games because I don't want to change myself just to make sure that I like appeal to a bigger crowd or whatever. I want to appeal to folks that have similar interests to me. And some of those interests that I have are horror themes that make me feel kind of like, ooh, icky. Ooh, that's gross. I like exploring themes that make me feel uncomfortable. It's something that I'm very open to and I'm something that I find fun to do, as weird as that sounds. I like all kinds of horror and I really, really want to be able to play those games on stream now and experience them with people. Just a heads up for moving forward. If ever you see me at some point like playing like Corpse Party or Fear and Hunger, like just games like that or more games like that, I don't want you to think like, oh, Alfie's changed. She doesn't play, you know, the comfy horror anymore. She plays the gross horror. It's like I actually did play Corpse Party ages ago and I actually stopped because people were uncomfortable with it and I kind of felt bad. But at the same time, like I really still want to play it. Andy and Lele is off the table, correct? Andy and Lele is off the table for a very different reason. Andy and Lele is off the table because people are weird about it. I would love to continue playing Andy and Lele, but it's not that the themes are too uncomfortable for people. It's that there are people surrounding Andy and Lele that are very fucking weird about it. So yeah. Yeah, the sickos kind of just come out on that one, unfortunately. Yeah, it's the people that are a bit... I'm not about that. Like, I would love to play Andy and Lele. I have not finished it. I was enjoying the art aspect of it. I was enjoying the game. None of the characters were good people in that. And I think that that's something that people seem to forget. No one is redeemable in that game. Nobody is a good person in Andy and Lele. No one. everyone is terrible in Andy and Lele. But then you got people that are kind of just defending one side and the other, and then it's just like the incest aspect of it, which, by the way, you can opt out. You can opt out of. It's not like you're not forced into that ending. It is only one of the endings. You got weirdos about like that are very, very weird about Andy and Lele, and then you got the people that completely just harassed and doxed the dev. So yeah, I don't know how things are now. I don't know how they're doing. I haven't really been following up on any of it, whatever, but yeah. People don't understand when there isn't a clear good bad division. Like, there's nuance to things. She's doing better. Post news on Steam only. That's good. I'm glad. Like, not all media needs to be clear cut, have a good and a bad and a protagonist and antagonist or whatever. Like, nuance went out of people's knowledge years ago, unfortunately. There can only be goodies and baddies these days. It sucks. I think nuance is important. I think that, like, especially in like media, like gray areas are very, very important to have, because it allows you to kind of just like think about it and reflect and form opinions and whatnot. And I think that makes things interesting. I think it's a shame. I think it's just a bit of a shame. I enjoy on both sides of the moral dichotomy spectrum. I like good versus evil stories, and I like draw your own conclusion stories. Yeah, of course. There's just like good things about both of those. What makes me sad is that certain people cannot stand media that have gray areas and like nuance and stuff like that. I think when people say people these days, it's because people like that have been around forever. It's just the internet brings everything to the forefront, and you see things a lot more that you would not have seen back in the day when there was no social media. Everything was always there. Like, furries have always existed. It's just that because of social media now, you see them a lot more when you normally would not have. You know what I mean? Furries is the first thing that came to mind. And I literally do not have anything against furries. And I feel like they've become a lot more known and heard about because of social media. But they've always existed. Literally have always existed. I'm trying to get back on track with my train of thought here. Point is, I'm going to be playing some uncomfortable games, or games that have uncomfortable horrors moving forward. Not now, immediately, right away. And I hope that you guys are okay with that. And if you're not okay with that, I understand. And I appreciate you guys regardless. Because I know it's not everyone's cup. That's all I'm going to say. Furry game next.